Okay, get up.
Okay. Where are my lemons? There we go, thank you.
Would you like the passion fruit as well?
Look, I don't think we need to, oh, better. Oh, yeah.
Today, guys, we're going to teach you how to cut fruit.
We're teaching you how to cut fruit.
Are you rolling?
Yeah, it's recording.
Good bloopers.
It is great. Do you want to know where to get photography props like this and this from? I get this question all the time, and I'm about to tell you something really exciting. So two of my best friends, Jessie and Hoosie, who you might know from Florence James Collective, have launched Propsyland, your new go-to for photography, block props, and backgrounds. So in this video, I'm going to share with you why these kinds of props are an amazing investment for your product photography business. And Jessie and I are taking you behind the scenes on some very cool photos like these ones here that we shot. And we're going to be showing you some styling tips and some lighting. I know you guys love to see some lighting setups, so we're going to show you. Now, when I invest in props for my business, I consider three things: diversity, longevity, and ROI. So number one, are they diverse? Am I going to be able to use the props for different kinds of looks? Can I create a lot of different scenes with them? And will they work for any kind of product? Number two, do these props have a long shelf life? In other words, are they good quality and they won't easily ruin? Are they always going to be relevant when it comes to adding them into my photos? In other words, are they relatively timeless? And are they good quality and easy to take care of as well? So to touch on the materials of the Propsyland blocks, they are a mixture of MDF and resin component with a matte liqueur finish. So this is going to actually avoid glares when you shoot, and the quality, especially when you feel them, is like no other. I think a lot of us have bought those foam blocks from like AliExpress or a couple of different other places, and honestly, they're just shit. They don't really hold the shape very well, they're textured, and I think they can also look cheap in the final photo as well if they're not enhanced in Photoshop to make them look higher quality. And three, will they make me my money back plus some? I remember when I spent $200 on an acrylic tray, and you bet at the time I thought that was really expensive. I nearly didn't buy it, but that acrylic tray has made me thousands of dollars, and I would say that's a pretty darn good ROI. Plus, if you're in Australia, they do have Afterpay, so you can pay it off over time. But essentially, the blocks from Propsyland literally tick all three boxes for me, and I have used the entire range. I've used the backdrops, and I can say to you, my work has definitely leveled up since I've been using them, 100%. They do ship internationally, so just check on shipping costs if you're outside of Australia. I will leave the website in the description box below. I've also left a little sneaky discount code if you want 10% off your order. Use Amanda10 and I will put that in the description box below. But for now, Jessie and I are going to take you behind the scenes on some really fun photos that we styled. Let's get stuck into it. So the first thing we have to do is chop our fruit. There's a right and wrong way to chop an orange if you want it to look aesthetically pleasing. So you see that part right there. You don't want to chop it that way. You want to chop it that way. So right in half. So you get those like really nice little lines and that middle point. And then we chop that in half again. So you're gonna get that really nice like half moon. Same with your lemons. You'd be surprised at how often I used to chop lemons and oranges the wrong way. And when you've got a finite number of ingredients, you can really fuck yourself over. So the first thing we need to do is place our backdrop. Now, these backdrops are from Propsyland as well. And Jess, what are these made out of? Like, what's the material?
This is a PVC material, so it's actually anti-glare. You do have to be very careful with them. They're a very high quality print, so we get that big vibrant color coming out.
Yeah.
This is our Propsyland branding color, so it's very bright and colorful.
How nice is that gradient? Like, it comes out so beautifully on camera. And we're just using a T-stand backdrop, I think it's called, from Newer, which I'll link below as well for you. And then we've got our surface, which is just like a solid pink color backdrop as well from Propsyland. So which one is this called?
This one's the pastel pink.
Pastel pink. And these just go really nicely together. I'll link both of these backdrops below as well if you want to go check those out. So we're going to go ahead and style this scene first. We've got a little like cute bubble glass that we're going to use to showcase the sodalies in. We've got our fruit here. So fruit is going to be our other prop that we're going to use in this scene. And we're using props at different heights as well so that each product can stand on its own and have its like own moment to shine. So now we're going to style our fruit. So we've got orange, lemon, passion fruit, and raspberries. So for the drink, we're going to be using this fake ice. You can just get this from Amazon. Obviously you can use real ice, but if you don't have any, this works great and it also doesn't melt. And we found these really cute little bubble glasses that obviously match so perfectly with the bubble plinths. So when you're like prop shopping or putting props together, really look at textures, design, see what will complement the props that you have in the scene so that everything just looks cohesive and nice. These have only been in the fridge for a little bit, but we want them to look really cold, so we're going to spray them with glycerin, and this is mixed with water. So we're going to create fake condensation. And I'll show you how to do it. Not that cold at the moment, but if I just spray them, it gives it a nice, wet, cold, frosty beverage look. So I'm going to do that out of the scene as well because I don't want to get the glycerin on the scene. But yeah. The good thing about glycerin is that it sticks to the can as well. So like condensation, you'd get those drips, whereas glycerin will bubble and it'll stick to the side of the can. So you'll notice across the entire scene, we have really beautiful balance between the props, the product, and like the fresh fruit ingredients. And how the fresh fruit is laid out, you know, you've got the raspberry framing this one on the left. The passion fruit is really nicely balancing out the orange can and the orange piece here. And then the lemon is nicely framing our right-hand side. And we're not using a lot of fruit either. It's very minimal, but it's so eye-catching. And so when you're using multiple products, what you really want to do is find that beautiful balance that looks natural to the eye. And we've also got really nice heights between the Propsyland props as well. So this ensures that each product has its own moment to shine. And by utilizing the color prop that matches the can, it just adds an extra layer of visual interest. And then for our lighting, we have our key light here, which is a bare bulb. It's giving that really like beautiful, summery hard light look. And then we have a backlight on the left-hand side with an orange gel. This is pointing towards the products and the props. So this is giving a really nice like golden glow to the left side of the props and the products. And then on the right-hand side, we have another light with a purple gel hitting the products with some diffusion paper. And that's just giving a bit more of a creative color to even our white prop here and like these props on this side. So we've got 3 strobe lights in total, and by having the gels hitting the products and the props, it's just adding a bit more creative visual interest to the scene. So one good thing about the props and the backgrounds is that they are water resistant. So you can, you know, get water on them. Like we've just squeezed out an orange on these props and backdrops. Just make sure to not use harsh chemicals when you're wiping down your backdrops to ensure that it doesn't like strip the color from the paper. All you've got to do is wipe it down and you're good to go for your next scene. For our next scene, we're going to be doing a monochromatic look and showing you different ways you can style the same product, but just utilizing different shapes. So these are the Propsyland props that we're going to be utilizing to style this orange Sodally remedy drink.
Okay, so we're going to do a hero scene. This block here is really great for those elevated shots because it's so big and it's very sturdy. So I'm literally just going to place that in scene, pop the product on there, and I'm actually going to elevate the camera so it's pointing upwards. Okay, so for this scene, we're going to change the lighting a little bit. Because it is a hero shot, I want to make it all glowy and I want the eye to go straight to the product. So I'm actually going to put one of our strobes behind it and point it at the background. This color also is from Propsyland too. It's one of our peach backdrops. So yeah, I'm just gonna place this down below, point it up, and we'll take a shot. That looks lovely.
Got the shot?
Got the shot. Got the shot. No, we do have to do a few little adjustments. Just gonna bring that closer.
Now, so many of you say that you struggle knowing where to put your lights on your scene. And you'll notice what Jessie's doing is she's simply just moving the lights up and down, side to side, and taking a photograph every time she's moving them to see what effect it'll have on the scene. Now for this scene, we are using the single curved arched wall, which is perfect for a lot of beauty, skincare, and even beverage products, as you can see. And we're placing it on top of the extra large block, which is the perfect block for all of your hero shots. It's incredibly versatile, these two pieces, and they look so good together. And for our last scene, we are using the 4-step stair block as our feature prop. This is such a versatile piece and I definitely recommend having it in your kit. We're also pairing it with some circle platforms, square block, and a mini 2-step block as well, which is creating that little mini staircase you see on the right-hand side. And I just love how the scene turned out. So for this scene, we are doing like a mint green scene with mint green props and candles. And we don't really know what we're doing, do we?
No one ever really does.
No. The point to photography is to try.
You gotta just try, and if it doesn't work, just try again. And if that doesn't work, you try again.
And again and again and again until someone likes it.
No, look, I think this is pretty good direction though. Like, I quite like it.
I like that.
Yep.
That's nice.
It looks lovely.
We just gotta put a background up.
Now,
What's this?
This is a green and mint green checkered background. This one is from Propsyland.
Anti-glare.
Anti-glare.
Water resistant.
So what kind of background, guys, do you think we should use? You tell us.
I think a mint green.
Like this?
Like that.
Well, I don't know if we'd call this mint green. I'd call this like...
It's like, that's, yeah, no.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd call this like baby poo green. No, I'm joking. Might need a clip.
Oh, you want my help? Okay.
Can I have your assistance?
Yeah. You're a fucking slave.
And as we mentioned before, the whole point of photography or being a creative is just to try. So this might actually look terrible. We won't know until we take a shot.
Or we just do a background replacement in Photoshop.
Although I think it will maybe work. We'll see.
And you know what? The tonal green, we're going for the word tonal here. The tonal green of the backdrop, the surface backdrop, really just like blends in well with like this deeper green and this green.
You would think it was intentional.
You would think it was on purpose.
We planned that.
Yeah.
We didn't.
We didn't plan shit.
Oh, let's take a shot and see what this looks like.
We love it.
Okay, so this is the very first shot. We haven't moved our lights around or anything like that yet. Already, I'm not vibing with the green on the background. What do you think?
No.
I think it doesn't
It's
flow.
too washed out.
Yeah.
It's not punchy enough.
So a few things we could do here is...
The lighting's very stylistic though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it really suits the product.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with the background, we could add a gel and make it a bit more cooler tone, a bit more bright and poppy.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a picture that pops.
We want pop, P.
Otherwise, we could completely change it. I think maybe we could put a cloud background, maybe, because there's clouds on the packaging.
Blue and green.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen.
It could look horrendous.
It could look real bad.
Yeah. But we can just try.
Could look real good.
Let's just try.
We're going to try. We're going to stand by our principle of trying.
So popping up some clouds, but these clouds are a bit too dark for my liking, so we're going to put another strobe down the bottom and bounce some light onto the background. Look, it's a no from me. It's a hard no from me.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, let's try again.
Okay. What are we trying next? I think we need this color or a darker mint green backdrop.
Where would we get one of those?
Don't you have one?
Propsyland.
Propsyland has everything that you need for the perfect scene.
I don't have one.
Oh. So, our cloud backdrop did not turn out at all. So we're trying again.
That was a silly idea,
That was
wasn't it?
stupid.
It was yours.
I was going to say that was your idea. So you said there was clouds on the packaging, so.
I was trying to be artistic.
Yeah, well. It's okay, I don't judge. I'm not judging you. Wait, I need to just come around this side. Whack that in. And this is from, where is this from?
High pop.
High Pop. Good old paper roll.
Love a good high pop moment.
Look at that colour.
Oh yeah, look, that's gonna work. Oh, we might need a sandbag.
Oh, I'll get one. So apparently I'm your assistant now.
Thanks. You don't charge much.
Pretty sure I'm free of charge. Let's get this shit out.
For this next scene, we're going to be shooting these candles, which have all of these green labels on top of them. So we've incorporated the colors of the backgrounds from the actual product. So we have this checkered green and deep green background. This is from Propsyland as well. So I'm going to use a curved arch wall. This is really nice because it has the curved, sorry, it's not a curved arch wall, it's a curved wall. It has a nice little curve on the end, and you can actually use this as like a hero plinth. So if you were shooting upwards, we are going to be using the 3 arched wall, which is raised. So we have 2 versions of this. One of them doesn't have the piece on the bottom. This one's raised. And they actually fit right next to each other as well. Using the little platform stairs, these are like a little add-on and they fit directly in the archways. We're going to be using our curved arch wall and one of the circle platforms. There's just so many blocks and so many names to remember. This is really good to like put products in and like curve around. So I'm going to be placing a product in between. We're going to be using another little circle platform in front. We'll be incorporating some of the actual packaging as well. So pop him there and there. So that's our scene. We might need to do a few little tweaks, but this looks good so far. All right, we're styling some skincare. So we're using this one, it's called Kita Skin. It's a very nice matte finish, so it's gonna look great with the matte blocks. So we're using our circle half arch wall. We need some new names for these blocks, I reckon. Maybe people should comment, what would you name this block? Anyways, I'm gonna put some little platforms there. We're gonna have one of the flowers. We have a circle platform, and this is one of the column plinths. There's a bundle with this, so this is the smallest one. So we're gonna place the biggest one in the center because that height works really well with the arch. We're gonna place this one on the side, and then this one on the other side, and then when we go to take this shot, I'm gonna take this little dropper out. And then I thought we'd play with some glass spheres because we're gonna backlight this, so it'll be really nice once the spheres are in there because it'll glow. So put that one in the back. I just want to create some different levels, shapes. What do we call it, Amanda? A dimension.
Yes.
So I think that looks really good, but I won't know until I take a photo. So let's take a shot. Again, I don't know about this. I just want to see what it'll look like. Some ideas work, some ideas don't. But it might be something. We'll just see. Like back.
Maybe you bring it off the prop. Like that.
Yeah.
So Jessie and I were too tired to film an outro by the end of that filming day, but I hope you enjoyed this video. You got some really cool tips and tricks and you saw the blocks in action go and check out the Propsyland blocks and backgrounds. I will leave all the links in the description box below. And if you want to see Jessie again on the YouTube channel, leave a comment and let me know, because I might be able to encourage her back on so we can have some more fun. But if you have any questions, leave a comment, let's chat, and I'll see you in the next video.